Hey everyone, we are in Magic Kingdom tonight and we are going to have dinner at Be Our Guest Restaurant.
It's been a while since we've had a nice signature dining in the parks, and this is one that we definitely have to hit up anytime we have a guest with us here at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we are here with my niece Jaden, and this was on her to-do list, so let's go check it out.
Tonight we're here in the Rose Gallery, and again, this restaurant is hyper themed. It's beautiful. You get to enjoy all the elements of Beast Castle, whether it's the Grand Ballroom. Here we're in the Rose Gallery or the West Wing. And again, we are here enjoying dinner with our niece Jaden, which is our first time here dining here tonight. Very excited to show this with you.
So we are here and Caleb is very, very hungry. He has been amazing all day, but I think he's starting to get a little hangry. Our server, Lola, she has already been absolutely amazing. She ran to the kitchen and brought us out some bread right away so we could have a little bread and butter and get Caleb kind of feeling a little bit better. We just placed our order and I am very excited about this.
For Caleb, we ordered the house-made peach applesauce, also the seared shrimp skewer, and then they're also going to bring out a side of seasonal fruit as well for him. Like Mike said, he's a little bit hungry, so we got his order in right away for us to enjoy the rest of our meal. You want more butter? Okay. So this is that classic French onion soup where you got that heavy cheese layer on top with the crouton underneath, and the broth is really, really good. I would say it's definitely a flavored broth. It's not your traditional like basic like onion soup that you normally get. You definitely get some additional flavor in this, and I like that. I think it's really good. And again, the cheese is very gooey. You have to kind of cut through it and break through it, but I love French onion soup, and this is a great first starter for this meal. The recommended pairing for my French onion soup was actually a ale, and I'm not a big beer or ale fan, so I decided to actually pair this up with a Pinot Noir from Burgundy, and this one is very good. It's very full body. The flavors are perfectly paired with the French onion soup, so definitely recommend this pairing. It's good.
For my appetizer, I got the Maine lobster bisque, and this is garnished with creme fraiche and poached lobster. It looks and smells delicious. I'm very excited about this. Wow. This is very good. It's got a lot of nice flavor, and it's got that really rich, delicate, velvet texture that you want in a lobster bisque. I really like this. And then to go with this, I got the Enchanted Champagne Brut. That is very nice. It's got a very kind of like an apple cider finish to it. Very refreshing, very light. It cuts perfectly through the lobster bisque. I really like this.
Mike and I were just comparing our different appetizers, and again, we had the French onion soup versus lobster bisque, and I think hands down, the French onion soup is the winner for choices between the two soups. Hands down.
I have to agree. My lobster bisque was delicious, but Steve's French onion soup won the day.
So what's important to remember about dining in a place like Be Our Guest, while it is a 3-course meal, you are still dining in the park, and everybody is here with their family. and they're full family, and not everybody is resting. So you might have some screaming kids. That's okay. You're at Disney. It's a part of the experience. Thankfully, Caleb's not screaming right now, but we're enjoying dinner.
For my entree, I got the center cut filet mignon. This comes with Yukon potatoes, seasoned vegetables, and cipollini marmalade with a red wine glaze. Now, first impressions, I feel like they kind of skimped on the red wine glaze, but after having cut into my steak, I realized it almost didn't need it. It's got a really good flavor, it's cooked to perfection. I asked for a medium rare, and it's just seared very beautifully on the outside and cooked perfectly on the inside. Like I said, a lot of flavor. I really like this. The mashed potatoes on the side, that is a perfect accompaniment for this because they're just, again, seasoned very, very well. They're mashed perfectly. They almost create that silky smoothness that you want to go with your filet. I really like this. Now, when it comes to my wine pairing, this dish actually pairs with a Simi Cabernet Sauvignon, I think is what she said. But our server, Lola, again, she's amazing. She actually came by and was like, I actually prefer something better with this. And she recommended the Silverado, so I went with that. But she brought out both for me to try, and I have to agree with her recommendation. It was just a better glass of wine, and it pairs perfectly with this filet.
For my entree, I ordered the pan-seared scallops, and this comes with seasonal risotto with wild mushroom and butter sauce. What I can tell you about this meal is it's absolutely phenomenal. If you're a fan of scallops, it is cooked perfectly, and the risotto and the butter flavor is really coming through, and our waitress actually mentioned this is a newer item on the menu, and it's a lemon beer blanc sauce. And again, beer blanc is a wine butter sauce, and it's absolutely amazing. This is a delicious scallop and risotto dish. I highly recommend this one, and I don't normally get scallops, but this one, it's a home run. For my wine, I actually went with the recommended pairing for the pan-seared scallops, and that's a Poulet Poussé Chardonnay, and it's very buttery, comes across as very crisp. It's really a great pairing specifically for this dish. It's delicious if you like a good, buttery, rich Chardonnay. All right, right?
Yep.
All right, you ready? For Caleb's dessert, he got the dessert trio, which allows us to actually create Caleb's own dessert. So, as you'll see here in a bit, we have a macaron. We have some flavors to paint with. We have the traditional gray stuff and a truffle for us to include inside of the awesome white chocolate chip cup.
And for dessert, we get a dessert trio. And tonight, it looks like we've got a raspberry macaron. We've got a little white chocolate chip with gray stuff. And to finish the night, we have a dark chocolate truffle.
Here I go for the white chocolate chip with the gray stuff. So here it is, as you can see, it's beautiful. You can see the face on it as well. And I love the tale as old as time. Little piece there, and of course, the little broken chip. I feel bad eating it, but here we go. So this dessert will be the frosting lover's dream. I'm not a huge frosting lover, but I'm sure Caleb is because he's already devouring his, but for the kids, this is probably a go-to awesome dessert. For the raspberry macaron or framboise macaron, it's very, very raspberry flavored. It's a little bit overpowering, but generally speaking, it's pretty good. It really kind of like oozes out the sides, so just prepare for like a messy macaron that you're not normally used to having. But generally speaking, the flavors are all good. And for the last dessert, here we go. This is a very rich and decadent like truffle flavor. I know you want some, but you got some right here, buddy. Let's be honest, that's the best review you can have with this dessert. So, coming to you from Caleb, he loves it, it's decadent, it's delicious, he wants more. No, Caleb.
Could you please put that in the vlog?
What'd you think about all the desserts?
I liked all 3 desserts. My favorite though was the macaron.
What about the gray stuff? Did you find it delicious?
Yes, don't believe me, ask the dishes.
All right, so that wraps up dinner for us here at Be Our Guest Restaurant.
I love the food here. I like the option. You have a 3-course prefix meal here.
Yeah.
Plus you can add on wines to enjoy the rest of the meal.
Champagne.
It's a great experience overall.
Yeah, Caleb had a really great time. There's a lot of really great options for kids as well. We were a little adventurous tonight in getting Caleb some shrimp, but he seemed to really like it, so.
And add on top of that, he got to meet the Beast. So
Yeah.
it was a great experience. Plus our niece Jaden had an amazing time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been to Be Our Guest Restaurant? Let us know in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And from our magic family to yours, enjoy.